Hello friends, this is another episode of Empire of Lies, where we discuss manipulation and disinformation in Russian media. Moscow playing invulnerability. On the evening of October 24th, Russian viewers tuned into the latest episode of 60 Minutes and heard the presenter cheerfully greet her dear friends and comrades, and announce that the Trump-Putin summit had not been cancelled, but merely postponed indefinitely. This phrase, thrown between new sanctions, threats and declarations of Russia's unwavering strength, became emblematic of the Kremlin's entire rhetoric. Russia isn't losing, but merely postponing victory. This short broadcast forms the basis of an entire ideological construct that Russian television methodically instills in the minds of its viewers. The gist is simple. The world is against Russia, but Russia is holding on. The US and Europe are delighted by the escalation. Senate terrorists are threatening India and China with tariffs, and Putin is calm. Sanctions are not a problem. Washington itself isn't abandoning a meeting between the Russian and US presidents, White House spokesperson Caroline Levitt officially told reporters. Trump was clearly less than pleased with journalists who asked him about Putin's statement that new US sanctions against Lukoil and Rosneft posed no threat. Trump suggested waiting at least 6 months to see the effect. Hawks in Europe and the US are delighted with the escalation. Lame duck Macron calls US sanctions a turning point. They are supposedly a colossal blow to Moscow. Terrorist Senator Lindsey Graham is threatening tariffs on buyers of Russian oil. Well, that means he's threatening India and China. Watch our report. President Putin essentially declared that Russia is invulnerable to US sanctions. He said they won't have any significant impact on the Russian economy. Is he wrong? Good. I'm glad he thinks so. That's good. In 6 months, I'll tell you how it all stands, okay? We'll see how it goes. 2 hours after Putin's statement, Donald Trump appears across the Atlantic to offer a comment. He asks for 6 months to prove that pressure on Russia will produce results. The Pentagon chief smiles sarcastically nearby. The president has always emphasized that he will impose sanctions against Russia when he deems it appropriate and necessary.